Isaac. Yeah, today I'll be taking you through how to pass UNIBEN post UTME, the great university of Benin. Now, UNIBEN post UTME is a very interesting post UTME because one, it's not that difficult, and two, you have past questions to your disposal, you have jam past questions, you'll be good to go. Just that in UNIBEN post UTME, you don't have enough time to solve, and two, you are not allowed to use calculator. So if you are in social sciences or courses arts that don't require calculation, you are at luck. But if you are studying engineering or physical sciences where you need maths, chemistry and physics, and they all come with calculations, so you have work to do. So you need to start learning how to solve without using calculators. And the good news is that most of the questions are things you can solve without calculators or things you can reason. You just know that, okay, if I multiply this by this cannot be the answer. For example, if I say 3 times 5, you may not know the answer, or you may not be able to solve that with a calculator, for example. But looking at the option, and you see option A, 2, option B, 15, option C, 200, option D, 1000. So wisdom should tell you that 3 times 5, which is 3 into 5 places, it should not be up to those options, and it will not be 2. So you simply don't know that it's 15, even without foreknowledge. So that will go a long way to help you. So now to pass UNIBEN post UTME, one is prepare your heart, because there is high chance that you've seen persons who have written UNIBEN post UTME many times without gaining admission, or even you. This may not be the first time, and you get scared that, wow, post UTME is coming again. Let me just try. Don't just try. Go and write. So have the mind that, okay, I'm writing post UTME. Forget what you've written before. So if you're able to do that, the next thing is know that post UTME, JAMB is UTME, and post UTME is post JAMB. So it still has elements of JAMB. So you need to go back to your JAMB preparation and forget your JAMB score, because when it comes to UNIBEN, your JAMB score may not really matter, because it will be divided by a very large number, up to 8, and post UTME score will be divided by 2. This means JAMB carries up to 50%, post UTME carries up to 50%. So if your JAMB score is low, it's high time for you to read and pass your post UTME very well. If you had a higher JAMB score, have it in mind that it will be divided by 8. So someone with 250 is not necessarily different from someone with 300 or someone with 230. Because if you divide them by 8, the score are still in range. Okay, so get past questions. You need the JAMB past question. Yes, very important. You need the UNIBEN post UTME past question, and you need the post UTME past questions for other schools. If you check out my videos, I solved UNIBEN post UTME past question on mathematics. I've explained everything. I covered physics, I covered chemistry, and I have post UTME past questions for other subjects. So if you go to the channel, you see a lot of resources, past questions for UNIBEN and for other schools, and you see subject topic to topic teachings. So going through that, it will go a long way to boost your score. And while teaching, I try to make sure that it is as simple as possible. Because I was once a student, I studied engineering at the University of Benin, electrical and electronic engineering. So I know the challenges in learning, so I try to make sure I break things down the way people understand. So I wrote post UTME UNIBEN, that was 2014, and I scored very high. Despite that, I did not finish. I didn't finish in the hall. So I was like, wow, I didn't finish. So let me not go and fail like this way. So this is that you don't need to finish the exam. So there's a high chance that many persons will not finish, especially those in the science area. So just make sure you answer very well. If you're able to answer 60% of the questions very well, you will pass. You will pass. And the thing is, if there's general failure, it's good news, because cutoff will be lower. If many persons do very well, cutoff will be higher. So just prepare and write. And one thing I enjoyed that day was some questions in the hall were questions I've seen before. So if you prepare very well, you'll be surprised that most of the questions are things you've seen before, what you've solved. It will make you solve faster. And remember, in UNIBEN post UTME, the use of English carries the lion's share. So you get a lot of questions from English, a lot. If you're able to pass English alone, I think you'll be good to go. So English comprehension passages. So learn how to answer comprehension passages. In my own way, I love reading the questions first. After reading the questions, I start reading the passage. Because when I see anything that is related to the question in the passage, I'll be able to pick. And Also, for the words and synonyms, know as many words as possible. But even if you don't know all the words, there's what we call contextualization. From the context, you know that this should be correct. The boy was punished for his dash dash A, and you see option. For somebody to be punished, there is high chance that the person did wrong, right? So the option, you should look for the one that contains negative act or negative behavior. If it is words and synonyms, if it is words and antonyms, you should look for the one that is opposite to that one. That means the one that will be good thing. For also look at in talking about contextualization. If I say the girl was banking at the boy in the exam hall, you see bank. In that case, bank is no longer a financial institution where you save money. In that case, bank is no longer side of the river. Bank means spying or something in the exam hall related to exam hall. So you need to know all those context. So from context, you be able to answer as many questions as possible in those areas. Then idioms, interpretation. In interpretation, one tip is that some of the interpretation is not usually the way the words are. That's not exactly how the words are. So these are the things. Learn English or follow my synonyms, idioms, and other classes. You have a lot of things that will enable you pass. So revision, a day to UNIBEN post UTME or 2 days to, you don't need to still be reading big topics. Just bring out your jotter because you need to be jotting. Go through them. Okay, this is this. Revise a lot. Because if you don't revise, you keep forgetting things in the examination hall. I know this, I know this, I know this, I'm supposed to know this. So you need to revise and improve your speed. So those are basically it. With that, you should pass UNIBEN post UTME. It's not a very big deal, trust me. A lot of persons pass yearly. So I passed mine and I gained admission. And one thing I love about UNIBEN is if you pass very well with your aggregate, you'll be good to go. You'll gain admission. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Feel free to check out my other videos. They will be more than helpful to you. Have a wonderful day.